Here are 20 actors from the golden age of Hollywood, roughly the 1910s to the 1960s, who were known not only for their talent but also for being kind, generous, and well-liked by their peers and the public. James Stewart was one of the most beloved actors of Hollywood's golden age, not only for his remarkable performances but for his genuine kindness and humility. Born in 1908 in Pennsylvania, Stewart brought a quiet, everyman charm to roles in classics like It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and Rear Window. Off-screen, he was equally admirable. Known for his modesty and unpretentious nature, Stewart famously put his acting career on hold to serve as a pilot in World War II, eventually rising to the rank of brigadier general in the U.S. Air Force Reserve. Unlike many stars, he never used his fame for privilege, preferring to live a quiet, honorable life. Stewart was deeply respected by peers and fans alike for his generosity, loyalty, and down-to-earth demeanor. He often sent handwritten thank you notes, gave to charity quietly, and treated everyone, from fellow actors to crew members, with dignity. His long-lasting marriage to Gloria Hattrick was another testament to his grounded nature. James Stewart remains a timeless example of how decency and talent can coexist in a Hollywood legend. Audrey Hepburn was not only a beloved actress of Hollywood's golden age but also one of its kindest and most compassionate stars. Known for her elegance in films like Breakfast at Tiffany's, Roman Holiday, and My Fair Lady, Hepburn brought the same grace and humility to her real life. Despite international fame, she remained soft-spoken, modest, and deeply empathetic. After retiring from acting, Hepburn devoted much of her life to humanitarian work. In the late 1980s, she became a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, using her fame to bring attention to children suffering from hunger and war in countries such as Ethiopia, Sudan, Bangladesh, and Somalia. Those who worked with her praised her sincerity, tireless energy, and hands-on involvement. Audrey often said her greatest achievement was not her films, but the impact she made helping others. Her natural warmth, multilingual ability, and personal experience with wartime hardship made her a uniquely effective advocate. She remains an enduring symbol of inner and outer beauty, remembered as much for her kindness and generosity as for her iconic roles on screen. Fred Rogers, best known as the gentle host of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, was a true icon of kindness, compassion, and sincerity. Though primarily known for television, his influence spanned the mid-20th century and overlapped with Hollywood's golden age. Rogers was more than a TV personality, he was a comforting presence who deeply believed in the dignity and worth of every person. Trained as a minister and musician, Rogers brought a calm, respectful tone to children's television. He tackled difficult topics like death, divorce, and self-worth with honesty and sensitivity, always speaking directly to children with empathy. Off-screen, he was exactly the same, humble, soft-spoken, and deeply attentive to others. Rogers answered every letter from fans personally and never sought fame or wealth. He lived modestly and saw his work as a mission of love. His signature phrase, "I like you just the way you are," became a powerful message of acceptance in a world full of judgment. Fred Rogers remains a timeless symbol of gentle strength, emotional intelligence, and unwavering kindness, values that continue to inspire generations. Cary Grant was one of Hollywood's most iconic leading men, known for his suave charm in classics like North by Northwest, Bringing Up Baby, and Charade. On screen, he exuded sophistication, wit, and elegance, but off-screen, he was remarkably humble, gracious, and kind-hearted. Born Archibald Leach in England, Grant never forgot his modest beginnings. Despite his fame, he treated co-stars, crew members, and fans with genuine respect. Many who worked with him described him as a gentleman, polite, generous, and quick to offer encouragement to younger actors. Though he played the part of the perfect Hollywood star, he often shied away from public attention and lived a relatively quiet private life. Grant was also known for his curiosity and emotional intelligence. Later in life, he became an advocate for personal growth and self-reflection, even speaking openly about his experiences with therapy and inner transformation. Rare for a star of his era, behind the polished exterior was a thoughtful, kind man who valued authenticity and kindness as much as success. Cary Grant remains not only a cinematic legend but also a deeply admired human being. Gene Kelly was a groundbreaking dancer, actor, and director who brought athleticism and charm to musicals like Singin' in the Rain, An American in Paris, and On the Town. Beyond his immense talent, Kelly was deeply respected in Hollywood for his professionalism, generosity, and unwavering support of his co-stars and crew. Known for his exacting standards, Kelly pushed himself hard but never looked down on others. He often went out of his way to elevate lesser-known dancers, insisting they get proper credit and fair treatment. He treated the crew with the same respect as top-billed stars, understanding that filmmaking was a collaborative effort. On set, he was warm and encouraging. Particularly to those just starting in the industry, though he had a perfectionist streak, it came from a place of passion, not ego. He believed dance was for everyone and worked to make it more accessible, blending classical technique with everyday movement. Off-screen, he was known as kind, down-to-earth, and fiercely loyal to friends. Gene Kelly remains a symbol of not just innovation in film, but decency, dedication, and generosity behind the scenes. Ingmar Bergman was one of the most respected and admired actresses of Hollywood's golden age, celebrated not only for her luminous performances in films like Casablanca, Gaslight, and Notorious, but also for her deep integrity and authenticity. Born in Sweden, Bergman brought a natural, understated beauty and emotional honesty to her roles, which set her apart from the more glamorous stars of her era. Off-screen, she was known for her intelligence, warmth, and strong personal convictions. Though her personal life caused controversy in the 1950s, when she left her husband for director Roberto Rossellini, Bergman never apologized for following her heart. Her honesty during that time eventually earned her renewed admiration for staying true to herself despite public backlash. Colleagues described her as gracious, generous, and deeply professional. She often mentored younger actors and treated everyone on set with equal respect. Later in life, she battled cancer with quiet strength, continuing to work until shortly before her death. Ingmar Bergman's legacy endures not only through her unforgettable performances, but also through her courage, compassion, and unwavering authenticity both on and off the screen. Kaye was one of Hollywood's most versatile and beloved entertainers, known for his comedic genius, musical talent, and boundless energy in films like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, White Christmas, and Hans Christian Andersen. Off-screen, he was just as admired for his warmth, generosity, and tireless humanitarian work. Kaye had a remarkable ability to make people laugh, but he also had a deep empathy for others. In 1954, he became the first Goodwill ambassador for UNICEF, a role he embraced wholeheartedly. He traveled the world to advocate for children, often using humor and music to connect with people across cultures. His dedication was not just symbolic. He spent years visiting remote villages, raising funds, and personally witnessing the conditions children faced. Colleagues described Kaye as compassionate, down-to-earth, and genuinely concerned with making a difference. He treated everyone with kindness, from co-stars to crew members, and never let fame make him unapproachable. Kaye remains a shining example of how talent and compassion can go hand in hand. His legacy lives on through both his performances and his lasting impact on global humanitarian efforts. Gregory Peck was one of the most respected actors of Hollywood's golden age, admired not just for his powerful performances in films like To Kill a Mockingbird, Roman Holiday, and Gentleman's Agreement, but for his dignity, moral conviction, and kindness off-screen. Peck was known for portraying principled, compassionate characters, none more iconic than Atticus Finch, a role that mirrored his real-life values. He was deeply committed to social justice, often speaking out on issues like civil rights, nuclear disarmament, and freedom of speech at a time when many in Hollywood stayed silent. Behind the scenes, Peck was warm, gracious, and humble. Colleagues and fans alike described him as approachable, thoughtful, and respectful to everyone he met, regardless of their status. He mentored young actors and took his responsibilities seriously, using his platform to support meaningful causes. Peck also had a long and devoted marriage to his wife Veronique, reinforcing his reputation as a grounded and honorable man. His legacy endures as a rare blend of star power and genuine integrity, proof that kindness and strength can coexist, both on screen and in life. Donna Reed was a beloved actress of Hollywood's golden age, best known for her role as Mary Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life and for her long-running television series, The Donna Reed Show. Beyond her wholesome screen presence, Reed was deeply admired for her kindness, intelligence, and quiet strength. Raised on a farm in Iowa, she brought Midwestern values of humility, fairness, and hard work to Hollywood. She was known for treating everyone, co-stars, crew, and fans, with respect and warmth. Reed's compassion extended beyond the screen. She supported veterans, wrote heartfelt letters to soldiers during World War II, and never shied away from standing up for what she believed in a time when many actresses accepted limited roles. Reed challenged the industry's treatment of women. She fought for stronger characters and fairer working conditions, both in her own career and behind the scenes. As a co-founder of anti-war group Another Mother for Peace, she also became a thoughtful voice in political activism during the Vietnam era. Donna Reed remains a symbol of integrity, grace, and quiet courage, a true example of kindness in classic Hollywood. Dick Powell began his career as a charming singer and actor in musicals during Hollywood's golden age but later reinvented himself as a successful film noir star, director, and producer. Known for his professionalism and warmth, Powell was widely respected in the industry for his fairness and generosity. Throughout his career, Powell was deeply committed to helping younger talent succeed. He often took time to mentor aspiring actors and crew members, offering guidance and encouragement. His colleagues praised him for being approachable and considerate, qualities not always common in Hollywood's competitive environment. As a producer and director, Powell was known for fostering a collaborative and supportive atmosphere on set. He balanced high standards with kindness, ensuring everyone felt valued and heard. This fair-minded approach earned him lasting loyalty and respect. Off-screen, Powell was also a devoted family man and quietly charitable, often giving back without seeking recognition. Despite his success and reinvention, he remained grounded and genuine. Dick Powell's legacy is one of talent combined with a rare kindness and fairness that touched many lives in Hollywood. Jimmy Duranti was a beloved entertainer of Hollywood's golden age, known for his distinctive gravelly voice, larger-than-life personality, and unforgettable humor. Nicknamed the Schnoz, Duranti's comedic style was warm and inclusive, making audiences laugh while feeling genuinely cared for. Beyond his talents as a singer, actor, and comedian, Duranti was admired for his kindness and generosity. He had a genuine love for people, whether fans, colleagues, or strangers, often going out of his way to brighten someone's day. Duranti's warmth made him a favorite not just on stage but off-camera as well. Throughout his career, he used his popularity to support charities, including children's hospitals and war relief efforts. He was known for personal gestures like sending gifts to fans and encouraging fellow performers. His trademark closing line, "Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are," reflected a deep sense of affection and sincerity. Jimmy Duranti's legacy is a shining example of how humor and heartfelt kindness can create lasting joy, both on screen and in life. Debbie Reynolds was one of the most cherished stars of Hollywood's golden age, known for her boundless energy, charm, and unforgettable roles in films like Singin' in the Rain, Tammy and the Bachelor, and the unsinkable Molly Brown. Off-screen, she was equally beloved for her kindness, resilience, and generosity. Reynolds began her career as a teenager and quickly won audiences over with her infectious smile and spirited personality. Despite facing personal hardships, including a highly publicized divorce from Eddie Fisher and financial struggles, she remained gracious, humorous, and remarkably strong. She was known in the industry for treating everyone with respect, whether they were fellow stars or behind-the-scenes workers. Reynolds was also a passionate advocate for preserving film history. She spent decades collecting costumes, props, and memorabilia, determined to protect Hollywood's legacy for future generations. Her love for people, relentless optimism, and willingness to help others made her a treasured friend and colleague. Debbie Reynolds wasn't just a star, she was a beacon of kindness and class whose legacy shines far beyond the screen. Spencer Tracy was one of the most respected actors of Hollywood's golden age, known for his powerful, naturalistic performances in classics like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Captain's Courageous, and Boys Town. Though he often played strong, no-nonsense characters, those who knew him personally saw a man of deep loyalty, quiet generosity, and authenticity. Tracy was a private and often reserved figure, but behind his sometimes gruff exterior was a fiercely loyal friend and colleague. He was known to support co-stars behind the scenes, helping younger actors and defending those treated unfairly. He had a particular sense of justice and would often lend his influence quietly to protect others. Despite his fame, Tracy avoided the spotlight off-camera and lived a modest lifestyle. He valued hard work and had little patience for ego or pretense. His longtime partnership with Katharine Hepburn revealed a softer, more vulnerable side to him, filled with mutual respect and affection. Spencer Tracy's legacy endures not only through his exceptional body of work but also through the understated decency and steadfast loyalty he showed throughout his life and career. Esther Williams was a unique star of Hollywood's golden age, famous for her dazzling aquatic musicals like Bathing Beauty, $1 Million Mermaid, and Neptune's Daughter. A champion swimmer turned actress, Williams brought grace, strength, and athleticism to the screen, but she was also deeply respected behind the scenes for her kindness, humor, and down-to-earth nature. Despite being one of MGM's top stars, Williams remained approachable and grounded. She treated co-stars, dancers, and crew members with equal respect, often advocating for their safety, especially important during the elaborate and sometimes dangerous underwater sequences she performed. She was known for her professionalism, patience, and willingness to help others on set, whether that meant calming nerves or giving swimming tips. Williams also broke barriers by combining sport and entertainment, helping to inspire generations of female athletes. Off-screen, she was candid, thoughtful, and witty, later writing a memoir that offered a clear-eyed but compassionate view of old Hollywood. Esther Williams left a lasting legacy not only as the queen of aquatic cinema but as a generous, thoughtful colleague who made Hollywood a kinder place.